just doing a short video on some of the new features that will be available in Engine Driver in the new beta, which should be out within the next week. So these are a couple of features that I've done videos on before, but we've made a few changes since then. So that's primarily the shunting switching screen or throttle screen type and the background images. So if I just start the app and connect to my local server, I'll go in via the preferences this time, and as usual I can change the theme, etc. But one of the great pieces of work that Robin's been doing is allowing me to make those changes without actually restarting the app, and that becomes more relevant as I get into this. But I'll change over and have a look at some of the new screen types. So if you're in the US English, it will be switching, and if you're in UK, New Zealand, Australian English, it will be shunting. So I'll pick the 2-throttle one, which wasn't previously available. So that brings up a dual throttle. And if I select a loco, and you can see I've got the full range of options there. What wasn't previously available was the ability to turn the speed buttons on or off, so that's in there now. So that's under slider preferences. I can disable that, and that just gives me the slider without the buttons. But yes, as I mentioned, I can switch on the fly. So if I want a different screen type, so if I go to the right throttle one, it maintains my connection, it maintains my selected locos. Depending on your JMRI version, it will maintain the throttle setting. Otherwise, most of the older versions of JMRI will reset to 0, but at least everything else is consistent. So I'll just switch back. And I'll select something with sound, so I've got a few more buttons active. So yep, they're all there, nothing unusual. And then the other bit that I wanted to show you was the background images. So there's now 3 options that relate to the background images. One of them simply turning it on or off. So that's brought up an image that I've pre-selected. But if I go in to the next option, I can now select an image. You have to supply your own images, but it will launch whatever you've got defined as the default selector for photos on your phone, which if you do nothing else, that's the Photos Galleries app, which is what this is showing. And it's showing me all of the folders that I've got on this device with photos in it, which isn't very much, but I've got a few in the Engine Driver folder itself. And these are just some images that I've loaded up separately. And if I pick one of those, that one, which is one of my own photos, you can see that it's brought it in, and I haven't lost the locos that I had selected. The third option is now how it presents on the screen. So if I look at that, it's currently set to fill the screen as best it can. So fill screen, crop if needed. But if you want to, you can force it to show the whole image, so shrink to fit. And you can see now it's giving me a little bit wider either side of the rails there, and but it's giving me a black border top and bottom. So depending on the image, you'd choose whichever one you needed. That's it.